folks, and welcome back to the adventures of Mathius, aka Manny, as he attempts to make it to the College of Winterhold, all up in Skyrim's most northeastern and frigid province. Last time we had to take shelter from the blizzards in this cave, which turned out to be a massive tomb. And this time, if we look on a map, we go to the world map here, we don't have too far to go to get to Winterhold, but we also have no food, and it's very likely that we could freeze to death along the way, which would make Manny's journey considerably shorter than he had planned. Now that we've sufficiently robbed the dead, we're going to head on out. I think I'm going to drop this large leather backpack and keep the fur one. It does increase our carrying capacity by the same. This one increases our restoration spells. Oh, dropped the wrong backpack, because I am super good at this, guys. The reason we want this one is for the simple reason the tent appears on the bottom of it, and the more of these survival supplies we collect, the more they appear, like the torch there on the side. If we were to get a wood cutting axe, that would also appear. So we're going to head back out to Skyrim. It's morning, we've slept, we've eaten what food we had left. It's now a case of make it or freeze to death. We might have to take shelter in other places. We're going to keep our eyes out for wildlife that we can eat too. It's not like Manny has never dissected a corpse, although it's mostly for the use of gathering alchemy ingredients. He does enjoy alchemy. I see something there. Hopefully it's something edible and not super hostile. Okay. It vanished, whatever it was, so I guess we're not eating whatever it was. And this road here will hopefully take us where we need to go. There's some wolves, and I believe they actually have meat on them. Now, turnabout is fair play and all that, so we're going to take this meat with us. Oh, now, unfortunately, a quick blast of fire like that is not enough to really char the meat enough for us to eat it, but there is a goat here too, so I think we're going to take everything he has. Now the sun is out, we are lucky in that regard, and there are some buildings here. There might even be an inn. I hope we haven't just gone in the wrong direction. Let's see if we have a. Yes, we did need to go the other way, but I need to check this, because if this is an inn, we slept in a dirty, disgusting cave. I think Manny's going to be slightly upset with himself. The Nightingale Inn. Well, folks, both Mathius and myself feel a bit like fools right now, but we are hungry, and there is food to be had here, and I guess we did save a little bit of gold, and we found an entrance. Let's head on in and see what they have for sale.
Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I hope you don't mind, friend, but I'm going to spend a while by your fire first and get the chill out. Been a long few days. Now then.
Ah, hello there, traveler. Come to the Night Gate. Take a look.
So we're going to look at what food this man has. We want to stay away from alcoholic if we can. So we're going to get 2 nice cups of tea. Some garlic bread. Take some more tea, and we want to be looking at food now. Stew is super good. Potato bread. We'll take 2 of those too. And some salmon steaks. And you know what will you purchase from me? Okay, so you would take the alchemy ingredients and the food. I think we're going to hold on to all of that for now. I'm going to sit in this nice warm inn and have a real breakfast and not frozen bread in a cave. Let's see just how hungry Manny is this morning. I think that's all we're gonna stay for. Let's not waste any more of the day. Thank you for your hospitality. It was lovely. Thank you. Okay. Now then, we want to get back on this road and follow this one north. Hopefully this warm weather lasts. I would like to not have to hide in more caves, but if it does come to that, we do have the supplies to do so. I think that's just a dog and not a wolf. Hey there, buddy. Time for you to go back home. I guess I can't do anything with that just now. Your pet heads back. I don't have a home, but now I really want a dog. It looks like he just murdered his way through a couple of wolves. Wait, is this not... This is not where I need to be going. This... I disagree. This seems like a perfectly reasonable way to be going. The fact the game is telling me not to go this way makes me think it's either super dangerous, as there are pelvic bones hanging from the ceiling. Wayward Pass. Lavender, Tundra Cotton. Can use those in alchemy. A steel shield, some boots. Cloak of the Crow. Amulet of Archay. What is this Cloak of the Crow? This cloak once billowed from the shoulders of a great leader. His name is lost to history. Oh, it looks warmer than ours. Made of fur instead of burlap, so we're going to take it. And to think, just a few days ago, the thought of robbing the dead was almost unthinkable to little Mathius here, and now he does so with reckless abandon. Okay, now that guy is wearing armor and has a dog, but he doesn't seem to be hostile. Oh, it's just a hunter.
Robes. You a wizard or something?
Something.
Take a look.
This guy has nothing we particularly want, so we're gonna be on our way. We are very cold indeed, but we're nearly at our destination. Now the tent we have is actually much less effective up here compared to one of the fur ones that you see here. But, well, he didn't seem to have a good time anyway. We're feeling a little peckish. We just ate. Expedition Manifest. Don't know what that is, we'll take it with us. And a book on the Dumner. Now, we aren't in a position where we can just turn away unguarded goods like this, so we're going to take what we can and carry on along our way. Oh, that's a bigger drop than I thought. And that was... Yeah, I didn't expect we'd take that much damage from falling down a hill. I guess we're going to have to put some points into health here soon. Luckily we did just save. Now I imagine Mathius is... oh wow. Cool statue. I think that's the Shrine of Azura up there. So I imagine Mathius is very out of his element right now. The friends that he had are all scattered, and he's just trying to make his way to somewhere else where he can practice his art and refine his skills. And he's found himself in the backwater of the Empire. I don't think he's ever seen a glacier before, having come from the Imperial Province, where there were mild seasons and a very metropolitan feel, and now he's in a place racked by civil war, and it's all happened within a few days. And I don't think it's really had time to settle in yet. Now we are freezing, so I think I'm actually going to head towards the ruin that we saw down here, and we're just going to try and take shelter in it. And I do believe that having a torch out, if we go all the way to the bottom of our main thing here, is actually somewhat helpful in that it is a small source of fire. So we're going to take this out just to stop us freezing a little while longer. The Frostfall mod is super cool in another way, in that it will actually... your character will become acclimatized over time, which is why we see Nords running around bare-chested with just a giant metal belt buckle, while we, the not so acclimatized Imperial, are freezing to death while heavily clothed. Now I hope we can actually get in this ruin, because if we can't, there's a good chance we are just going to freeze. Requires key. No, we can't get in here. So we're just going to have to keep on running. There's a cave that way, but it's all over a hill. So I don't think we're going to make it there. Hopefully there is construction here. I imagine this is... I think this is a quest location for the Mages Guild, actually. Now that I've seen excavation on there, rings a bell. Hopefully they have a fire or something around, but it doesn't look like it. What's this? We can't take any of this. Yeah, that's it, folks. We just froze to death. As is part of the danger with Rider's note attached. So it looks like we were dragged. We're probably back at the Nightingale Inn here. I'm gonna put a torch away, and we're gonna check this note. Rider's note. We spotted you a ways off the road while riding our way to the Dragon Bridge. We thought you were dead, but since you weren't, we decided to toss you in the cart. As soon as we get there, we're dropping you in the local inn. You're somebody else's problem after that. Okay, so we lost some money, and I think, yeah, we don't know where we are until we go outside, but it sounded like he dropped us off in Dragon Bridge, which would very much not be a good thing, because that is a long ways away from our destination. But I think this just this proves to Mathius more than anything, he has no support, and he is well out of his depth here, and the college for now just may be beyond his reach. There are stores and such that sell potions, and the climate here is more acceptable than it is in Winterhold. So maybe we find work here and do what we can. This place has a tavern, and
those rebels better not try coming to Hafengar.
I don't know where that is. Maybe we ask around here to see if there are any kind of paying jobs around in town, because we couldn't even make it to the college. We may not be suited to be there at all.
Fate is the name. I keep the inn.
Yeah, have you heard any rumors of work?
A little boy in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino. Get this. He's been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Foolish lad.
That is foolish.
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Yeah, I passed by it recently, actually, but I'm more looking for things close to
People say
home.
there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
Sure, but
Good
none of
day.
that's... Yeah, good day. None of that was really useful. I guess Dragon Bridge just doesn't have any kind of paying work for outsiders right now. But we're not far from the capital of Solitude. Maybe we go there and look for work. If we can't make it to Winterhold and we can't find work in the smaller towns, we'll just have to risk the bigger ones and try and lose ourselves in the crowd. Now we're actually really close to Winterhold here. Solitude, sorry. So I think that's just going to be where we end up. Now we're going to start picking some of these flowers we see along the roadside. They're super useful for multiple things, including health potions. And I think, well, seeing as the college seems to be a little bit out of Mathias's reach right now, maybe he could, you know, make potions and set up a store of some kind. It's this way. You're heading the wrong way. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Yeah, I think everyone in this place is very cold. I think they just forget to notice after a while. Luckily, these things grow by the side of the road, and the Nords don't seem to know what they have here, so... And there it is. Solitude. Capital of the province here in Skyrim. Home to the High King. Or I guess it was. Right up until somebody shouted him apart, whatever that means. I guess it's that same magic the Draugr were using. Seems to make sense. Now, this cart would take us to Winterhold, but we've just seen that we can't survive there just now. So I think we are going to head on up into Solitude and see what work we can find within.
Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Tomorrow you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother...
Traitor!
You betrayed us.
Oh, well, this is a familiar sight.
Tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king. Best she know now, Adlon.
You're all hard.
Traitor!
Wrong there. You helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Tori. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of
Seems
Sodom.
like the headsman's axe follows wherever his name is.
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Tori. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
I think I feel which way the crowd's going here. Well, buddy, looks like you need a dragon about now, but it isn't gonna be me.
This day, I go to Sovngarde.
Seems like death goes everywhere here in Skyrim. Barbarous people. Winking Skeever. What a name for a tavern.
Come on in. Let me know
if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
You look new. I'm new too. I think we could be friends.
You know what, let me get a drink and then we can talk about that.
Yes?
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
What do you have for sale?
Take a look.
Just give me some hot soup and hot cup of tea.
Remember the Winking Skeever. Time your foot sore.
Yeah, I will. Soup in a cup. Nords are an interesting people.
If you need
How
a
it
good rumor
works.
or two, I think I can oblige.
Depends. Are any of those rumors about
Wars,
paying work?
dragons. Huh. Those troubles don't cross my doorway, so sit, relax. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested.
It's a possibility. What else have you got?
I've heard Jari Raz hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire.
Yeah, he's behind me.
People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense.
Blue Palace, that's Palace of the High King, right?
Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what.
Okay. Well, before I go, why is this place called the Winking Skeever?
Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink.
Skeevers can be kept as pets?
They were smaller back then.
Oh.
Need
Okay.
anything, you just say the word.
Yeah, sure, I think I'm gonna have a think about who it is I should be working for. So we're gonna have a quick perusal through our quests here, guys. We have quite a few. Head to the Solitude Court, investigate the man wandering the streets. I think we're gonna look at that. Because that sounds interesting.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forth like the fury of a god.
You should try Thunderbolts. Even though Mathius has only tried those from scrolls, he's not that competent of a wizard just yet. But a distressed man.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to rethink that. You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities.
Seems like the people here don't like Jari's work.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed.
Play with
Working days are done.
Why not?
Tag, you're it. I'm hungry. Can we get some?
Need something?
I'm not playing.
Yeah, I need work, but... Are you the confused man?
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
I can try. What do you need?
My master has abandoned me. Abandoned his people. And nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help?
Where is this
Last
master
I saw
of
him,
yours?
He was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that.
The Forbidden Wing. That's kind of, you know, forbidden. And I can try. They may let me through. I need to go through the Blue Palace anyway, right? Yeah, sure. As cold as this place is, it's more hospitable than the last one. I guess the Blue Palace is just open to petitioners during the day. Y'alls have to hear their people, right? I mean, Balgrove let us in. I guess it's no different here. Let's turn off you there.
Oh, are you my gallant hero?
Have you come to whisk me? Oh, I'd get in trouble for that. It's not allowed.
Oh.
Besides, it's scary in there.
Maybe I'll try someone else. Falk Firebeard, he was the one you talked about something else.
What? Not in your life. It's dangerous in there. And Falk doesn't even
Falk.
like me and Ernie going in every year to
Then
clean
we
out the
will
spiders.
immediately send out a legion to
Please, don't interrupt the court.
Hafengar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Scrying, a wizard.
Tempered reaction might be called for.
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. What about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Mathius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Cave.
Fancy robes. You a wizard or something?
Something. I don't suppose you could let me into the Pelagius wing.
Absolutely not. That wing has been sealed for hundreds of years. And for good reason. They say the ghost of Pelagius the Mad still haunts it. Ghost or not, there are reminders of his dark rule that are best left buried away. Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
Well, there is something else actually.
With the court?
I'm looking for
The
work.
Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits.
It's not exactly what I was hoping
Take a
for.
look at this decree for details.
You mentioned something about a cave.
You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times.
Yeah, we all can be in the middle of a war.
There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work.
Yeah, I think I will, thanks. Now, the Mind of Madness, that sounds like something regarding Sheogorath. But we're going to leave that for now. As from Manny's perspective, he's just been told no. And I don't think he's inclined to push it any further based on the ramblings of an old man. So we're actually going to head all the way back to Dragonbridge and see about clearing out that cave, and then maybe see about the bandits too. And then I think once we claim our reward, we'd like to talk to that wizard.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
We don't have business. But yeah, a court wizard and paying work could very much work in Mathias's favor.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of things.
I've got a little work if you're interested.
Coin or two, veteran.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Not much to ask.
Other people don't seem interested in your work. And I think now that there are other options on the table, Mathias' standard is going to go back up a bit. If he no longer has to rob the dead, I think he's going to be pretty happy about it. Let's see just how far away this cave is. Hopefully it's... Okay, so... It is actually north of Dragonbridge, halfway to Winterhold. Roundabout where we froze last time, I believe. Or... No, we froze all the way over here. This is my mind playing tricks on me. But it is quite northerly, and it will be quite cold. So we're gonna have to try and be careful of that. Let's see, how much gold do we have currently? 300. We could go to Winterhold on the carriage, but we wouldn't have enough gold to sustain ourselves for very long. And I think Mathias is quite worried about that right now. Before he can pursue an education, he needs to make a living. And even if it's not as good as an actual college, if he can find work here and even just buy tomes and get advice from the court wizard of the High King directly. Surely that should kickstart his training to the point that he can just teach himself. So the plan has evolved slightly from running straight to the college to spending a few days, perhaps even weeks, in solitude, finding what work we can, and using the rewards there to pay for direct tutelage instead of an actual education. Keep our head down. They don't seem to know who we are. We'd very much like to stay off their radar. You feel comfortable. Wow, that's new. Looks like the Thalmor are a heavy presence in this area. You see the snow coming back. Some not so fond memories there. And these damn Nords just walking around in shirts. This is a Dark Elf, not an Orc.
The United Empire is better for everyone.
Well, you're not wrong there, friend. Unfortunately, uniting the Empire by crushing half of its strength against the other half seems like a poor move. Oh, Gale Force wins. That's exactly what we don't need right now. Luckily, the cave that we're here for is... Oh boy! Skeletons. It's always undead, isn't it? And somebody shouting. So we're gonna head inside and see what this cave has for us. Well, judging by the lights, there are people here. And, you know, the voice. Keep our spells at the ready. Pickaxe. Draugr. We know how to deal with their kind. Violently and quickly. Necromancers. Oddly enough, the same solution to them as we have for Draugr. Wow, okay, we're gonna have to be a little bit more careful about this, a little bit more strategic. Now, I believe that lightning is actually a half-decent idea here. As it kills magicka. Doesn't do as much outright damage as fire though, to health. So we're going to allow our magicka to rebuild there. I think we're actually going to reanimate this Draugr to fight for us. F5 that there. I'm going to let that Draugr do some damage. which it seems to be quite adept at. But it hasn't lasted very long at. So we're gonna chug a couple of potions. Potion of resist cold and of strength. We're just gonna keep hacking into this man until he drops. And it wasn't enough. Okay, the basic strategies seem to work there. But unfortunately, they just have the numbers on us. I don't believe we have any conjuration of our own, which we really quite desperately need. Let's take a look at our magic here. Okay, so we're going to cast some oak flesh on ourselves. We're going to try and fury one of the enemies. And I think that's pretty much going to just be our best bet. And I think that just bounced off of his shield just now. I think he is, yep, he has been revived as an enemy once again. We're getting hit with some more magic, so we're just going to continue. Yeah, this cave might be a bit much for us right now, guys. As it seems like I am just terrible at playing a wizard. I think I need to capitalize more on our Draugr presence. Really put some heat down here. Okay, that's 2 down. Looks like we haven't summoned the next one yet, so we're going to take the chance on looting these guys. Keep clicking the wrong thing. Okay, looks like we have some gold over here. From raw food, I don't believe we're interested in that. I don't know how much longer our Draugr is gonna last, so we're gonna try and use this now. Oh, that's unfortunate. And it looks like our Draugr melted just then too. Let's just close that door. Start backing up. Oh, maybe we won't start backing up. And we're going to think our spells just aren't effective enough. There's a very big disparity between the attack power we have and can bring to bear versus our enemies. Oh, we're going to try this one more time regardless. Hopefully this Draugr will be useful. Yeah, no, it's gone. I think we're just gonna leave, folks. Like, it's just not worth the risk of being here right now. The college is our only hope. We are not strong enough to face what Skyrim has to offer. So as much as it hurts our pride to do it, we can't do that quest right now. We're gonna flee from the duty we agreed to, as we fled before from the Imperial province. And I think this really puts into perspective for Mathius just how weak he is. You know, we're not the big bad wizard. We're the lost wizard's apprentice who can't hold his own, who can't make it in a land as hostile as Skyrim. Now we're actually going to get out our torch again because we're freezing. Now I'm not 100% sure this actually works. I think it does. And we're just going to head down this hill. The snowstorm has subsided, so hopefully we're actually not going to freeze to death. We are speeding up a little bit, so I think that's us warming up. Solitude. Oh, I guess that warming up was wishful thinking. Hopefully we can make it to the cart before we freeze to death. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe deploying a leather tent will actually warm us up slightly. Yeah. Now, I wish I'd realised this sooner, as this might have saved us some gold. But I guess we're, I don't believe we freeze to death while we're here, so we're gonna turn on the light. And I guess we're gonna sleep. Gonna pass 10 hours in a crappy tent on the side of the road. And hope that the morning brings us better fortunes. There we are. I'm gonna pack it up. I'm gonna eat what food we brought with us. Have our breakfast. And we are straight back to freezing. But not freezing to death. So, a marked improvement. Now then, if there is anyone watching who's played a lot with Frostfall, what should I be looking for to make things a little bit easier on myself here? Because last time I played as a heavy warrior, and he didn't have this much trouble with the cold. So I'm thinking it's the robes we're wearing, or maybe the fact that I came to the north sooner than I did last time. I know I need a fire axe so that I can place a campfire, which will be helpful. But aside from that, I believe it's just acclimatization. Now we have to really hurry to this cart here. I'd rather not freeze to death on the side of the road once again. In fact, I'm going to be kind of careful about this. We're going to put up a tent once more in a really city place on the road. And we're just going to lie down in here for half an hour and warm ourselves up. Now we spent an hour in the tent. The sun is up, so hopefully we're a little bit better off than we were. There's the carriage there. Looks like the sun is up on a fresh morning.
I can take you to any of the... Where do you want to go?
Winterhold. 50 gold.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I really hope the college doesn't charge tuition, or we're pretty done.
You ever met one of...
Hold in the middle of the night. We're thirsty and freezing. I think we're going to spend one final night in an inn. Approach the college fresh in the morning.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Miligar. Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking.
Okay. Guess we won't ask for spells from that man. I'm gonna eat our stew.
If there's any business with the college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from, in fact.
I would like a room, actually.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
And
sate that appetite, huh?
Sure. Cabbage soup, that'll do.
Show you to your room. Right this way.
Yeah, let me just drink this cup of soup first. I guess Skyrim doesn't have places for frivolities like balls.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Some privacy would be nice. I don't really need you to... Whatever, I think I'm tired enough to just fall into this bed anyway.
I understand Irid's been playing Hunt the Elf again.
It's just children's play. Alright, I wouldn't fret over it.
Can I get some
If
breakfast?
there's anything... Let's sate that appetite, huh?
Those sorts of games.
Thanks.
Until next time. Alright, I'll speak to her.
Still hungry. Jeez. Guess we need something a bit more filling than soup.
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend. Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
If your business with
Well, I just tried to, but you wouldn't sell me any food, so...
for the hungry. Until next time.
I hope this isn't actually dog meat and is just something else, but you know, with this place, you never know. The last time I was on a liquid diet, it ended in a hangover. Not quite the same thing, but...
You must be one of those wizards from the college in Winterhold.
You mean the college here? I'm guessing it's this giant castle over here. How are these people just wearing robes?
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Yeah, well, I've come through too far not to gain entry.
I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college.
That would be
and
me.
if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here?
I wish to enter the college.
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
I want to unravel the mysteries of Aetherius.
Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college?
Right, I have a few enchanted items.
Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic.
I know a few
small
smells.
test, if you would.
I think we both know
No,
I'll succeed.
I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort.
Oh. Then I'll take your test.
Excellent. Those invested in restoration magic find healing hands to be essential. Can you cast it on me? That would prove your skill.
I know a little restoration magic, but not
No?
that spell.
Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold.
Ah.
Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells.
No, for 30 gold seems a reasonable price
Here
for
you
a
are.
spell.
Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
Now, did that just give us the healing hand spell? It did.
Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
So I think this is an anchor point for Mathius, a major point in his story, where he's found a place to study, and after his many failings getting here,
Much knowledge lies within the college as well.
he's finally on his way across the bridge. Now we're actually just going to run ahead of this woman. I think Mathius is eager to get where he's going and see what this college has to offer. And it is beautiful, and there is a giant arcane power source, it looks like, in the middle. Looks like it's seen better days, but well, it's one of the few places wizards can study anymore. Is that woman still on her way, or did she just kind of stop? Looks like she just went back to guarding the front gate, I guess. She said we need to look for someone called Irvine.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor receive no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
I think that was very pleasing for Mathius to see, having come from the Empire, which bowed to the wills of the Thalmor and disbanded his organization rather violently. To see them being cowed and put in their place is massive, and I think we're going to end this episode here with fresh hope for Mathius. After multiple failings and struggling to even reach the front doors of the college, he's finally made it here. This was the whole reason he came to this province in the first place, and hopefully he finds what he's looking for. We'll find out in the next episode. I'll see you then.